This video is to show you how to make a clay monster. As you start your clay monster, remember you start with a square of clay that then you take off a small amount that's about the size of a golf ball. And then you divide the other two pieces into equal parts and make two spheres. So what you're seeing right now is it already divided into the three parts. These are the two spheres I have to make my pinch pots from, which I'm going to start now. You want to make sure when you make your pinch pot, you take your thumb, you push it to the center of your clay, you use your other four fingers as a paddle, and you're going to pinch and turn gently. Make sure this hand is cupped on the back side. That way as you pinch and turn, it keeps its round shape. You don't want to over pinch, you're just trying to make sure that all of the walls of your pinch pot are exactly the same thickness. That way it dries about the same. And you're also kind of hollowing out the body of your monster. If you look at the rim of my pot, you'll notice that this rim right here is not super thin, and that's important because I'm not pinching crazy hard. I'm just kind of hollowing out the space that's in there. This rim is important to slip and score and put my two pinch pots together. So you don't want to make it too thin. You want to kind of keep it a little bit on the thick side so that you can slip and score it. Same with the round ball that the sphere that you're going to use next is stick your thumb in the center, pinch and turn. And you want to have two pinch pots that are similar. They don't have to be exact, but you need the rims to match up so that when you slip and score, they touch the other rim. So you kind of can look at them, see that those rims touch, which is good. And then keep pinching and turning. If you have cracks, just smooth them over with your thumbs. Keep that rim fairly large, that way you can slip and score here in a second. Make sure you touch the bottom of your pinch pot to make sure there's no thick bottoms that could hold air when we go to fire it, because the reason we hollow these out is so it's not a large chunk of clay that's too thick that holds air bubbles. And also so if it's a functional monster, it has a place to be functional. All right, so we have our two pinch pots. We're going to take our fork or knife or pencil, any work. You're going to scratch the surface or score the rim of both pieces. Then you're going to add slip. Remember, slip is the mucky stuff, it's not water. You're going to go ahead and frost the rim of it with slip. Make sure you get it really, really, really well so these two pieces connect nicely. Wiggle your pieces so it really works the slip into the other side. Now we have a seam that's been formed between our two pieces, and you're going to go ahead and move your seam so that your clay fills that little gap. And make sure that as you push your clay into the gap that you're not pushing down. If you push down too hard, you're going to put your finger through your clay piece. You don't want to go through your clay piece. You just want to cover up what's there, the little bit that's there. Really kind of smooth it. It could look like a gray potato is the best way to describe the beginning of our monster. And after we get that seam taken care of, we're going to reshape our monster so he's more round than ovular. And we're going to do that by pinching and turning him a bit with the palms of our hands. I'm going to turn this camera a little bit so you get a better view of what's going on. So now that we're smoothing it out and working on the shape, All right. Now our next step is to kind of put eyes on our monster. So what we're gonna do is put eye sockets, figure out where you'd like the eyes in your monster, gently push eye sockets. If they're big sockets, you're gonna use your thumbs. If they're little sockets, index fingers or pinkies work really well. After you push the sockets into your monster, you're gonna go ahead and roll 2 spheres of clay to make the eyes. After you get your spheres rolled, you're going to slip and score your sphere into the sockets of your monster, which we'll show you here in a sec.